Okay, so the first thing I want to check is neck relief. Now, you don't want a dead flat neck. If you have a dead flat neck, you're going to run into an increased chance of fret buzz, which is essentially the strings vibrating against the frets. So a couple of ways to check this. If you've got a steel rule, you can just run that between the D and G strings. Just get down to eye level, check for clearance toward the middle of the fretboard. And you can use feeler gauges and things like that to get exact measurements there. The number's fairly arbitrary. It really does depend on your own preferences. One thing that is a little more intuitive is if you fret the low E at the first fret, the last fret, and then tap down on the 12th fret, if that string can actually move, as in it's not lying flat across the strings, you've probably got the appropriate amount of neck relief. If it's laying flat, you're going to want to introduce more neck relief. If it's too high, you're going to want to take some of that relief away. Now, the way to adjust your neck relief, just remove the base plate off the truss rod cover, take your Allen key that should be part of your packaging. It will be in the same bag as your cable. As I said, I'm going to introduce more relief to this neck, so I'm going to want to turn this counterclockwise. And what that does is loosen the truss rod, which then allows the tension of the strings to take up and introduce more relief to the neck. So when you're doing this, I wouldn't turn more than about 1/8 of a turn each time and check. Okay, and that's good. But that's what you do if you need to keep adjusting. Just turn the Allen key. As I said, turn it counterclockwise if you need to introduce more relief. Turn it clockwise if you need to take some of that relief out. Okay, so the next thing we'll have a look at is our action, which is the height of the strings from the fretboard. Now this affects playability. Obviously a high action, it's harder to press down on the frets. A very low action introduces the possibility of fret buzz. And this is subjective as well. I tend to like as lower action as I can get away with. Now, every guitar is always going to have some fret buzz. It's more a case of just limiting the amount. So as I said, I like to go fairly low. But if you're not sure, a good starting point is to measure at the 12th fret, and you're looking for about 2.4 mil clearance from the top of the fret to the underside of the string. And on the high E side, just to account for the mass of the string, we're looking at about 1.6 mil. So as I said, run a steel rule or a string action ruler like this one, and just sit that on the 12th fret, and we're measuring to the underside of the string. So this is just a touch high, so I'm going to need to just lower that a little. And we're pretty close on the high E side. As I said, this is subjective, but if you're not sure, this will make a good starting point. So what I'm going to need to do is just tighten the bridge post here. That will recess it further into the hole, and that will just lower the action a little.